I'm Philip Galinsky. I'm a program associate for the Hudson Guild Teen Services, and I run the podcast department. I've been working at Hudson Guild for around 5 years.
My name is Ashley. I'm 17, and I live here in Fulton Houses. I've been with the podcast since July, so that's 5 months about.
My name is Jalasia. I am 18, and I live in Fulton Houses. I've been doing a podcast for almost a year.
My name is Jalia. I'm 17, and I'm from Fulton Houses. I've been doing the podcast for almost a year as well.
We created the podcast because we thought it would be a valuable tool for the teens in the area and beyond to talk about different things that are on their mind, or people that come through New York City that would want to talk about social advocacy, because a lot of the programming in the podcast, 99% of it is based on what the kids are interested in. So they self-produce, and it's a great platform for them to learn about podcasting, communication, teamwork. So it's not just 4 mics on a table. It goes beyond that.
Finding the subject, we can go far as searching something up. Like if we're interested, like for the body positivity, that was something that was very interesting and that we wanted to talk about in general, because a lot of girls need to hear about body positivity and how it affects people, especially at young ages. So we most likely do our research, and then we have a meeting about it, and then we record.
Each month we produce a podcast for the Hudson Guild newsletter. And at the beginning of the month, we figure out what we want to talk about. Is it topical? Is it a person we want to bring in and invite as a guest, because we have our own private studio? A couple of them had seen an actress on Orange is the New Black, and through my connections, I was able to bring her in, talk about that experience on the show and her experience as an actor.
So Philip is really a talker, you know. He's really good when it comes to networking, so he knows a lot of people.
Our podcast has also been interviewed on other podcasts. That's how famous we are. To produce a podcast, a typical month starts with a roundtable meeting, just talking about current events, what's happening. They'll ask me if there's anybody in town that I know is coming through that may want to stop by, stuff like that. And so I told them to do the Google research, find out who the contact people are. I will contact them, so it's not some kid from the internet, on behalf of the Hudson Guild podcast. Once we all do a speakerphone pre-interview with the person, what they want to talk about, what's off limits. That we also talk about what do you want to promote? Do you want someone to come in the studio with you? Because we really like to do everything in the studio. So then we run tests on all the equipment. We research images that we're going to do in post-production. And then we set up that week that we're going to shoot the person.
What I like to do, what technical skills I've learned, is to do voiceovers in the recording studio and to also use the audio board.
It's very gratifying to be acknowledged as this team of teens produce wonderful content and podcasts that all have some sort of social advocacy meaning to them. And they can go back and look at them, they can promote them, and I look forward to years and years and years of creating more content and seeing how more creative that these teens in the Hudson Guild community can be.